Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are not new. Today I have a comparison between the Speedy B25 as well as the Neverfull MM, and I have these both in Damier because I will explain to you guys in a minute. But if you guys like comparison videos, please give me a thumbs up and also let me know what you guys would like to see a comparison of next. The reason I purchased these two bags, they are really classic to the Louis Vuitton fashion house. This one is the Neverfull, it's like a tote style as you can see, and then this is the Speedy B25, which I absolutely love. You guys know this is like my favorite bag ever, and it's just been really convenient for me. I wear it all the time, and actually I don't wear it as often because I've been wearing my eco bags more, but I still do really love these, and I find that it's just probably, if I don't know what bag to get, this is like my grab and go, so I love it for that. I decided to purchase both of these bags in the Damier because I felt like they were going to be the most used bags in my collection, so I figured it would just be better for me to purchase it in this print as opposed to get one in monogram and then one in Damier, and then I would see the wear on another bag more. I just didn't really want that to bother me. Like I mentioned before, these are probably going to be my two most used bags in my collection. So, well, this one in the future when I go back to work, when we go back into the office, but I really love it, and I'm really happy that I still got it even though I'm not using it. I find that every so often I'll want a bigger bag and I'll just reach for this one, so it's pretty good. So some things that I do want to mention is that this one does hold a ton and it can get really heavy. The straps will dig into your shoulders, and a lot of people will argue that the pink on the inside is actually higher maintenance. So if you guys have this bag and you guys have the red, you guys might find that you're a little bit more carefree with it. But for me, I do have an organizer that I use from time to time, but sometimes when I just want to carry a little bit too much, the organizer can be a little bit bulky, so I do just take it out. But I haven't found that I had a problem with putting my items in there. I'm not too careful with it because although I do kind of throw everything in there, I'm still really mindful of the things that are dirty and the things that aren't, and I think it's important to have little compartments so you can actually have your items organized in your bag. So I think pouches are actually a really great way to do that, and I do have the Toiletry 26. I'll show you guys right now. I actually used this the other day, so I'll put this one down right now actually. Okay, so for this one, I do have the Toiletry 26 as well as the Toiletry 19 in here, and I just find that those two pouches are actually really great for this bag. I used to have the cosmetics pouch in Damier, and I had that in 2018. I got it during Christmas time, and that was my gift to myself, but I ended up selling it off because I really just found that it was a piece that I wasn't too fond of the shape actually. So that's why I ended up selling it. I did sell it for under retail, and I'm really happy that I was able to sell it to one of my subbies. Of course, all of you guys are always watching to see like what I sell next, which I think is really funny. But yes, that piece was just not functional for me, and I didn't really like it in my big bags. So because of the shape and everything, I just found that the toiletries are just a lot better for me. I think that this bag is great for travel, for work, and I say for work because it can fit a laptop in there. I think when we think of work, we really think of laptop, agendas, folders, files, notebooks, and things like that, and all of that will fit in here. Whereas for the Speedy B25, you guys know the opening is quite small. For the Speedy B25, I find that you can still fit quite a bit in there, but you just can't fit bigger items because you will have to fold them or you will have to kind of squish them in there, and I just would prefer not to do that. So when I am carrying my Speedy B25, I do tend to have a different binder with me, and I would just carry that binder like from coffee shop to coffee shop or from the office to home to work, like whatever. I tend to do that, and it's a little bit bothersome, so more often than not I was reaching for my Longchamp Le Pliage. That's the bag that I was using before when we were going to the office. You can wear this one handheld, and you can also wear it on the shoulder. You can also wear it on the crook of your arm, but I find that it will kind of create a like dent in your arm, and it's really going to hurt because the straps are super stiff. Now mind you that I'm just saying the pros and cons for Damier. I know that monogram will be a lot different, and you guys might find differences between the two, and I'm sure that the vachetta does soften over time because it did do that with my GM, but I just didn't really like the loud print. And although I do love monogram, I just found that the GM bag was just like in your face, and it was also just too overbearing for my figure, so I did decide to let that one go as well. But I think this one is great for moms, for those of you guys on the go all the time where you just have to quickly access your items. But that can also be a con because the bag is quite open and there's not really a closure for it. You just have this little clip here which acts as a closure, but I don't find that this does much because you can still grab into the sides. So I wouldn't recommend to wear this when you're out on a busy street or if you know that there are large crowds. I just find that you can be a victim of pickpocketing a lot easier. And so I would recommend to not wear this in like, you know, large crowds and stuff. Although you want to carry a lot, it's just better to downsize, and less is always more. So yeah, those are my thoughts for the Neverfull MM. And I do have this luggage tag. I actually purchased the Vachetta luggage tag with a CA from Beverly Center, but I don't think she works there anymore. And then the Damier Ebene was a gifted one, so I love this one so much. I just have a J on it. I haven't decided what I want on the back, but I'm kind of waiting until I travel. I really like traveling solo, believe it or not, but I really want to get it stamped in Seoul or maybe Japan. I think that would be really cool. So yeah, I really love this Damier Ebene luggage tag. I just find that it just, I don't know, the gold just stands out a little bit more, so I love that. Okay, next up we of course have the Speedy B25. This is like my all-time favorite bag. You can carry it as a top handle, as a shoulder bag, as a crossbody, and it just works both ways. They're just my favorite ever, and I still was even considering getting the monogram one because although I have the bum bag, I thought that the bum bag kind of replaced it, but the Speedy B25 just has a silhouette that I absolutely love, and I'm just so obsessed with how I can access my items, the amount that it fits, and how it just goes well with a lot of my outfits. So I've really been considering it, but I'm like stopping myself because I told myself I didn't want two of the same silhouettes. And I also have the Speedy Nano in the monogram print, so I found that it was kind of a little bit similar, so I decided not to get the monogram. But I'm still, every so often I find myself kind of thinking about it over and over again. But anyway, this one is really great for everyday wear. It does have a little bit of added security. You have the zipper closure up there, and you will be able to feel if someone tries to go into your purse indefinitely. I really love it, and I just am so obsessed with it. I found that the hardware does kind of tarnish after a while. It's not as bright as it once was when I first got it, and some of the hardware is probably the only con about the bag. I'm not a huge fan of it, and it did tarnish pretty quickly. Granted, I would have to say I didn't really take great care of this bag because it was thrown around so much and because it was used so much. And we also live next to the beach, so it's like right across the street. So when you do leave your windows and your doors open, the salt ocean air does come into the house, and it rusts metals really easily. So that was kind of an issue that I had with leaving my bags around and just leaving them out in the open. But you guys won't have that problem, obviously, if you live like in the desert or something, or just not right across the street from the beach. Getting this, I already knew it would be my most used bag. It was something that I wanted for a long time, and I've seen the Speedy silhouette for a long time. So I knew that this was going to be such a staple in my collection, and it's just, the price is so good. And even though it used to be like $13.75, I watched it go from like $13.75 to like $13.85 to $400 to $415. I think I got this for $14.65, I believe. So I waited that long, which it wasn't too much. It's only like, I don't know, $100 more, but still, they're still pricey pieces. I found that this is very versatile. I've wanted both silhouettes in my collection for a long time, and when I got the Neverfull gem, I did get that one pre-loved, but because of the whole situation with the seller and just their work ethics, I didn't really trust them anymore, and I didn't want to promote the bag if people asked me where I got it from or if I recommended them. I just kind of wanted to be like out of sight, out of mind. I just didn't want to have anything to do with them, which is why I actually sold it, as well as the reasoning that I told you guys earlier, which was that it was a little bit too big for my frame. But yeah, I didn't choose the monogram because of the Vachetta, and I wanted to have this bag look as new as possible for as long as possible, and I'm still so happy that it looks like really great. Aside from the zipper, like I mentioned before, I do have the lock and key for it, but I don't really use that too much. This one is made in France, and then my Neverfull is made in the US, and I don't find a huge difference with the quality or anything. Granted, I haven't used the Neverfull for a long time, but I do have to mention that if you guys can see on camera that the Neverfull leather is definitely more matte and my Speedy B is shiny. I believe they changed that in early 2020 or like late December. I don't know, I think it was like autumn time last year that they changed it to matte handles, and they just made all of the leather matte. But I didn't have an issue with the leather cracking or anything going wrong with my straps or anything for the Speedy B25. And for this one, I found that I had creasing a lot sooner. I don't even know if, oh, sorry, I have a hair there. I don't know if you guys would be able to see it, but right now it's very, very noticeable. Like it is just, it looks like I've had this bag for quite a long time, which I'm not. I think it looks worse when it's actually matte. I'm not a fan of that. And then the front is fine, like it looks perfectly fine in the front, but it's just the back straps. And I've had an issue with that from day one when I got it, but I decided not to take it back because I was told that it was normal. And it just really sucks when you find that something is like wrong with your bag, and then you just kind of trust sales associates from online or the client services. It's a little frustrating. So yeah, I kind of just got over it because it is the back of the bag. I don't really see it too much, so I tried not to let it bother me. But I initially wanted to get this one stamped, but because I do have the luggage tag, I'll just use the luggage tag on there. They're both weatherproof, which I really love, because if you're in the rain or if you're in the snow, if you have cold hands or you wash your hands really often and you're grabbing your bag, you can get water spots if you do have the classic monogram with the vachetta, the untreated leather. So that's also why I decided to go with these, because they were like most used. And where my little sister lives, my foster mom, she actually lives where it rains quite often and it snows a lot now, because before it didn't, but now it does. The weather there is just really unpredictable, so it's really important that I have something that I can rely on, like a bag that I can rely on, that I know is going to be really weatherproof and durable and just easygoing for every day. So these were like my options. And in LA, we don't really have rain too much, so that's not the reason why I got these. I got these just because it was like handy, like everyday bag. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. I do have quite a few videos on these. I have a what's in my bag for both of them. I have quite a few videos on the Speedy B25 telling you guys why I love it, why you need it, and why it's my favorite. And it still is my favorite, but I do really love the both of these. Like I would say it really just depends on your lifestyle, because if I was going to work, I think this bag would definitely have more cost per wear as opposed to this one, because this one I was wearing it every day. I was wearing it every day on the weekends and the days that I had off, but I wasn't wearing it to work. So this one would definitely get a lot more wear with it. So I think it would be better to kind of say that they're even, just because I haven't had this one for a long time and can't go into work. So I can't say that I don't like it, but I also can't say that it's like my ultimate favorite. So yeah, I think they're kind of both on the same spectrum. Like I just love them both, but this one does have an added security, and you get like the straps with it and everything, and you just get a lot more for your money with this one. So I really, really love this bag a lot. In regards to like the bags, I would say just save for both of them. Like I think it's so worth it. And like if I could give up like anything in my collection from Louis Vuitton, it would probably be like everything else aside from these two, because I just love them that much. And although they kind of look the same, I just find that they're just so different. Like they're so different in their own way. Yeah, I just wanted to have a little chat with you guys and let you guys know why I like them, why I don't. I think the pros really outweigh the cons, because I don't have too many cons aside from it does dig into your shoulder when it is a lot heavier. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this comparison video. I hope that it was helpful, and if you guys would like to see dimensions, I will leave that on the screen right now so you guys can get a better look at that. And yeah, I think it's all just personal preference, but like I mentioned before, I do really love my Speedy B25, but I just can't say that I dislike this one because I'm not going into work to the office. So when I do need a tote, I have been reaching for this one a lot. So in that regard, it has been like it has been used every single week because I go in at least once a week. But yeah, it's just personal preference. So I hope that you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel down below. Let me know what bags you guys have and which one you guys are loving this week, because I feel like every week I want to switch into something new, and I want like a new obsession, because every time I switch into a new bag, I just feel like it's a new bag. Like, I don't know. That's all that I have for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel down below, and hopefully you guys turn on your post notifications so you do not miss another one of my videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.